couldn't find happiness at home. I couldn't find happiness in my relationship. I couldn't find happiness in myself. I couldn't find happiness in being a mom. I couldn't find happiness in going to work. I couldn't find happiness in family. I could not find happiness in anything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kamaya. If you're new, scroll down and hit that subscribe button. If you're not new, then you already know what the heck is going on. Okay, period. And today, as you can see by the title, I'm really not sure what exactly I'm going to title this video yet. But either way it goes, as you can see by the title, we're going to get deep today, okay? And I did write everything in my notes for guidance so I don't get off track and I make sure I hit all the points that I wanted to. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, let's just get right into this video because it might be a lengthy one. Disclaimer, I am a Cancer, so if I start crying, which I really don't feel like I am because I've done all the crying I can do for 2024, but if I just so happen to shed a tear, just move. I'm happy. Okay, I'm very happy. I do want to do a couple of disclaimers first. The first thing is this is my journey. I know in today's society, a lot of people will get on social media and tell you that, I hate to use this, but they'll tell you that God told them to tell you something in a way to lure you in to their video for engagement. And I really don't like that that's a trend right now. So I'm here to personally tell you that this is not something that I feel is directed towards anyone, but I do feel like it will help someone and on their journey, whatever journey it may be. It has nothing to do with mine. They may be going on their own journey, and this is inspirational, educational, spiritual, personal spiritual journey for myself. I'm not here to tell you to do anything, to guide you to do anything. That's just my disclaimer on that. I want to let you guys know that you'll know if a message is for you. Don't ever feel like obligated when you do scroll past something that says this is your sign to, or how to change your life in 6 months, or how to do. It's good to watch those videos for motivational purposes or inspiration, but don't think that every message you come across that says this is a sign for you is a sign for you. Okay? Like, everyone's journey is different. You'll know when that message is directly for you. That's my last disclaimer. Let's get into this video. So first, because it's December, I had to scooch down in my chair and get comfortable because it is December. I feel like this is a great opportunity for a recap of 2024 for me. And what better time to do that than in this video. So 2024, we're going to start with Cat Williams. I feel like Cat Williams for sure set the tone for this year. And I was like, yeah, like he was spitting, like I didn't know he was talking about everybody. I thought he was just talking about the Hollywood industry. He was talking about the world. The world, the truth, and everything came out this year. Everything. And I was not prepared for it. I literally made a video December of last year talking about where I wanted to be by the end of this year. And to think that I made that a year ago and this year has flew by, I promised myself I would not look at it until the end of the year. So I'll probably insert that clip in here. Okay guys, so it is January 2nd of 2024, and I wanted to do this yesterday, but I really didn't have time, and my daughter is asleep right now, so I just want to take this time to reflect and talk to the camera of 2024, January 2nd, and I just want to come on here and just talk to myself about how I want this year to go, and just to see if it'll help just put this year into fruition for me. Last year was very hard on me financially, mentally, career-wise, personal-wise. Like, I feel like I just completely decomposed myself and just shedded everything that I used to be. And now I just feel like I'm a whole new person, not in the aspect of like things have changed because I'm still in that space, but now I feel like my eyes are open to what I'm supposed to be doing and just taking what I went through and learning from them, like actually learning from them and not trying to pretend it didn't happen and move forward. So this year, I think my goals are just to be authentically me, just be happy, be intentional, and live every day like it's my last day. Like get up, work out, eat good, spend time with my family, spend time with my daughter, spend time with friends, make new friends, just be a vessel in life for someone else. Like I just want to be the best person that I could possibly be. I want to step out of my comfort zone. I want to stop being scared to make big decisions. Like I want to sing. I want to get into taking pictures, being a model potentially, and getting to acting maybe. Like I just want to do everything the younger me wanted to do, just everything in the entertainment world, and take my content very seriously, but not too seriously to where I'm not authentically me. And I just cannot wait. Like I want a new car. I want to be able to afford my bills without needing help. Like I want my income to increase. I want my discipline to increase. I want my relationship with God to just be so great. I want to learn how to pray and learn how to read the Bible and actually understand the Bible. I want to be able to just be so intentional and being the best mother I can be. I already feel like I'm a great mother, but just there are things that I notice here and there. It's like I need to do better at that. And so I want to get better at that. I want to be a better girlfriend, potentially even move towards growing our relationship further than what it is and actually taking the time to process like, okay, this is the person that I want to be with. I need to move in that way. I don't know. I just feel like 2024, I want to travel. I've never traveled before. Like I've made a trip. Me and my daughter have went on a trip, but I've never traveled like fully, either by myself, with a friend, with boyfriend, with my daughter. I've never just traveled, and I really want to do that this year. I just want to explore the world. I want to just be present in life. Like I feel like up until this point, I've just been here. I've just been here. Like I've just been flesh on earth, and now I just really want to embrace that God picked me to live. So I need to live. Like I need to do everything now, because the next second is not promised. We can't even say tomorrow, today. Like literally the next second is not promised. Anything could happen, and I just don't want to leave this earth with nothing to show for it. Like nothing. Like if I left today, I could not say that I did anything worth remembering. So this year I just want to make all of that happen, and I don't want to keep this a very long video. I just wanted to keep it under 5 minutes. So I think that's a good perspective to start with, and then just branch out from all the thoughts I just had. I'm not going to watch this video again until December 31st of 2024 to see how life has changed, if it's changed, how it's changed, and so excited. So happy 2024, and let's get into it. Because I know that nothing that I said in that video happened. Honestly, quite literally the opposite happened. So I know probably watching that on my own terms, I'll probably start crying because I had such high hopes for this year, but things went in a different direction, which is okay because like I said, I'm happy now. The journey I went through this year was much needed, and I don't feel any way about it, so I won't feel anything watching that. But yeah, nothing, girl, I'm here to tell you now, this is future you. Yeah, nothing you said was gonna happen happened, okay? And that's all right. I dealt with the most depressing season this year. I'll say someone close to me went through something really bad, and they were grieving. And I'm used to being the person that everyone goes to in hard times and lean on. And just find comfort in hard situations. And for this situation, I felt like it was quite literally the opposite. So I was very confused and hurt as to why I wasn't that person. And it may seem selfish, but if you guys knew like how close I am to this person, it's like I was the person that was pushed away. And I had to like, I came across like a lot of posts during the time about grieving and how some people will become very mean. And someone even told me that like they become mean to the closest people to them, or they push them away. And even though I heard that, I just couldn't understand it, because I'm like, why wouldn't you? If you can't be there for yourself, why not lean on someone who you know will be there when you can't pick yourself up? And I just felt like I was just thrown to the water, to the wayside, and just forgot about, unless I was getting all the heat, all the anger, all the emotions were put on me. And I don't think it was intentional at all. On top of going through everything that I was already going through in my personal life, also having to be a punching bag for someone else's grief just sent me over the edge. It really did. And I had not so good thoughts. Even though I knew for sure I would never do that, it was running across my mind a lot during this time. Like, it's usually something where it's like, yeah, I never do that. But this time it was like, even though I knew I'm stronger than that and would never do it, I was very vulnerable to do it. Like, I was just like I had to physically open my mouth and say, don't do it. Because that's how loud it was in my head during that time. And then also with my job, I later realized that it was because of how comfortable it was, and I'm not a person that functions under comfortability. I'm a person who chaos and figuring it out is safe to me. I don't know why, but I don't like things to be normal. I can't do it. I can't. It's like things that are structured, it messes with me. So when I got this job, mind you, before I'm going to get a little deep in this, before I got this job, I was working at a strip club. Yeah, a strip club. Not a corner bar, not a hip, skip, and jump hole in the wall. No, I skipped all the clubs and went directly to a strip club. I wasn't a stripper, but I was serving, bartending in the club. But I was still there. That's the point. I was still there. That experience alone, I will never forget. Let's just say that. And I was only there for no longer than 45 days. It had to be from like really the last week of December till like that weekend of All-Star Weekend, because All-Star Weekend was in my city this year. So I left immediately after that weekend. But yeah, that experience alone was like, Jesus. So after that, I didn't have a job for like, what was that for? A month. Like after that, I was like, I can't do this no more. And I had updated my resume. And then literally like a week after, I got a call from a recruiter about a job that they thought I'd be interested in. Mind you, I was a dental assistant. Before any of this, my resume was strictly dental assisting, which I knew I didn't want to go back to, but I had to get a job. So I had an interview with him. It was for accounting with a big car company. So I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. I went to interview like I knew what I was talking about. I didn't know jack shit. I didn't know nothing about this job description, but I just resignated everything that had to do with the job description to dental in some type of way. I just made them marry together to make it seem like I knew what I was doing. So I went through 3 interviews, y'all. Each interviews, I got more and more anxiety. Like, oh my, I've never had to do this many interviews to get a job. But I ended up getting the job. So in my last video, you seen my journey with me going through the job, so I won't go too in detail about all of that. But it was a good experience. I'll just leave it at that. The experience was nice. The job itself was not hard. I mean, it was a lot of numbers every day, which can be confusing. I was starting to think I had dyslexia because I kept switching numbers, I kept switching letters. And it's really because all day I'm looking at a lot of numbers. I have to type a lot of numbers, calculate a lot of numbers, and sometimes your brain just it gets overloaded. Okay, around, I'll say September, I was fed up. I was fed up because this is where the juicy part, I guess, comes from. So my passion has always been entertainment, whether it was singing, dancing, acting, filming, creating, editing. Like, that is something I love to do. Could do it all day, all night. Anything music related, anything creativity related, I love to do. So I just thought about this the other day. My first appearance on YouTube was 15 years ago. I'm 25, mind you, 25. My first YouTube appearance was 15 years ago, and I was singing. I've always been like shy, especially when it comes to singing. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. But dancing, I dance in front of anybody. I dance right now. It's nothing to bust a move. But singing is just so technical, whatever. But I started on YouTube really 15 years ago. And I think my biggest downfall when it came to content creating, honestly, is my consistency, or lack of, I should say. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to posting. I'm very inconsistent about wanting to be seen. I feel like a lot of times when I film videos, I upload videos, it's a lot of people that I know that's watching, but not necessarily supporting. So it gives me a lot of anxiety. I used to have friends who would tell me they watched it, but would never share it, never like it, never do nothing but look at it. And some of them would even criticize like what they saw in the video. And this is family members too. Like, they'll just basically look at it as judging, even if it's unintentional. They'll look at it judging because they feel like they personally know me, so that they can do that. And I just always would be like, okay, I'm gonna stop posting for a while because I'm really tired of hearing their opinions. When honestly, the people that were supporting me that didn't know me actually supported me, and those were the people that I was making the videos for. I wasn't making the videos for my family, for my friends. I was making it because honestly, I didn't have many friends. I didn't have anything to have as an outlet. So YouTube is my outlet where I just can go and be myself. And the people who don't know me either grow to like me, or they keep clicking and they click on someone else. So I had my daughter. I was semi-consistent around the time I had her. I would have these stretches on YouTube where I post consistently for like a month or two, and then I go ghost for like 4 months. And then I come back, try to do it again, then go ghost again, then come back, then go ghost, then come back and go ghost. And it's never consistent growth. I have grown a lot on social media, but I have not grown. The work that I put in shows. So me only having 1,000 odd subscribers, that's over a span of a lot of years. And that shows how inconsistent I've been. Because even with me just posting these 10, 9 Vlogmas videos, I've already gained 15 new followers. So it's just the fact that these 9 and 10 videos that I've done over the past few days would be 9 or 10 videos that I did over the span of 2 years. And it's like, come on now. You really thought you really thought you ate, and you thought you was going to get some type of community with posting 9 videos a year? Be for real. So I never looked at it like, I knew it was me. I knew it was my fault. And so I tied that back into my job because I had given up. I had almost given up. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just get a job. that still don't pay all the bills. It pays me, but it don't pay my bills for real. But it's easy. It's something I can do. I wake up, drop my daughter off, go to work, get off work, pick my daughter up, go home, make dinner, go to sleep, wake up the next day and do it all again. And I did that at this job for odd many months. And I was just trying my hardest to be normal. I was like, okay, content is something that's fun. It's not something I really want to do. It's something that's fun. And I'll do it on the side and then I'll go to work and be normal and be like everyone else. And it was not working. I tried that all this time. I've been trying to be the normal American dream type of girl. Was not working. I was starting to get more and 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 more depressed. I finally had like my breaking point during this time, and that was like in September, early September, mid-September. I had a breaking point where I just could not take the depression no more. Like I just could not get a grip. It was like I've always been through things, but I always knew I was getting through them. This time it was like never ending. It's like I've always been tested, put on the ledge, but never pushed off. Like it'd be like, I got you. You know, like I'm on the edge, but I always get drawn back. This year, it's like someone pushed me off the cliff and I was never going to land. And it was just things after things after things after things. And I just could not grasp it. I could not catch up. I could not grab onto something. It's just I kept falling and falling and falling and falling. And I had come to a breaking point where it's like, you know what? This is not going to work. At this point, I could not find happiness in anything. I couldn't find happiness at home. I couldn't find happiness in my relationship. I couldn't find happiness in myself. I couldn't find happiness in being a mom. I couldn't find happiness in going to work. I couldn't find happiness in family. I could not find happiness in anything in life. And I was just over it. Like I was just ready to crash out, for real. Then I had woke up one day and looked at my camera. This is no lie. I looked at my camera and I was like, I cannot leave Earth without trying one more time. Like just one more time. Just give me like the strength to just try my dreams one more time. And every day I would look at the camera and walk right past it. Be like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna make this video. Okay, today when I get off work, I'm gonna make this video. Okay, this day, months passing. Ain't made shit. And then also, it's like every time I would pick up the camera to record, I would literally get sick. Literally. Every time I'm like, okay, today's the day. I'll pick up, and I've mentioned this in other videos. Every time I would pick up my camera, I would end up with a cold, end up being sick, ended up with migraines, like, and then I would not post anymore. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, I've went all these months without being sick. The moment I try to get back on YouTube, I'll get sick. Like, what the heck? I was so upset. So I woke up one day, I prayed, I asked, I pleaded to give me some type of sign that my dreams is what I'm supposed to be doing. That I'm not supposed to be at this job. Even if it was a placeholder for me to go through what I'm going through. It was always on my mind what I see myself in the future as, what I aspire to be, what I want to be, what I want to do, what I want to wake up doing every day, no matter how many hours I have to do it. If that's what I'm supposed to do, please just give me a sign. Just give me a sign and I will come out of depression. I will not complain about the job no more until I leave. I will not say anything to anyone. I'll just have it in my mind if that's what I'm supposed to do. So then I prayed that prayer, and then I prayed that whatever scripture, y'all, this is where things get juicy. I literally prayed that whatever scripture I opened the Bible to was my answer to the prayer I just prayed. Okay? Okay. And I literally took my hand. The Bible was closed. I literally took my hand. I'm holding it now because just the page I need. But I literally took the Bible. I prayed. After I got done praying, I opened the Bible. The first thing I looked at, the first thing my eyes went to was this. It literally, I still to this day cannot get over this. It literally says, a sign from the Lord. And when I see, before I even read the scripture, when I seen that, every ounce of depression just left my body. After months of trying to catch it, just get through it, after months of crying, not like eating my freaking life away. I was crying almost every day. I was like going through it, and I just could not see the end of the tunnel this time. Like any other time I see the light, it might be a real small light, but I see a light. This time, that tunnel was so dang dark, I thought I was going in circles. But when I see that header of that verse, of that scripture in this chapter, everything, every evil thought, every doubt, everything that I had in my body during that depression left. And I start crying. And this is before work. I just start crying. So the verse actually says, I'm moving on so I don't cry. So the verse actually says, a sign from the Lord, and this shall be a sign unto thee. Ye shall eat this year such things as grow of themselves, and in the second year that which springeth of the same, and in thy third year sow ye and reap, and plant vineyards, and eat the fruits thereof. Meaning, all these years, all of these years that I've been at the same journey and have been getting nowhere. It takes time, and it's up to me now to plant those seeds, continuously, consistently water them, and I shall see the fruits of my labor. That's literally what it says. So I was like, okay. From that scripture on, every decision I made after that was based on what I saw, what I read, and what God told me. I want to insinuate that this is something that I went through. This is not me telling you anything to do. This is not me telling you to go out and rob a bank, if that's been on your mind for years. I'm just telling you the journey that I went through to get where I'm going. After that, I was like, okay, I have to get up. I have to start planning. From that day on, I started planning out the rest of my year to be able to sustain when I do quit my job. So originally, I was going to quit the week, that Friday before winter break for my daughter, which is Christmas break. But I was like, I want more time with her. So that ended up turning into me putting in my 2 weeks, the week before Thanksgiving, that Friday before Thanksgiving, so that I will work up until the first week of December. I'll still get a check in December, but December is dedicated to preparing myself for a new year, making up time that I lost with my daughter, especially around the holidays. I needed that. And just gathering my thoughts to go into what I needed to go into. And for this Vlogmas, being able to be consistent throughout the month in December to prepare myself for the new year and for forever, really. Because I've heard the saying that it takes 30 days to, grasp onto a habit. So I wanted to December Vlogmas being a very crucial thing for content creators to push out a video every day. And I'm not perfect. I did miss a day, 2 days, one day for a family emergency, the other day because I just slept. And that was that day, that my first day after I quit. So I feel like I've been doing really good with that. And yeah, that was to prepare myself. So in my planner, I started writing down things I need to get done in December, things I wanted to pray about, things that I wanted to get in order for the new year. And I went in, talked to my manager, and told her everything that really I'm telling you. I've always been an open book. I'll tell you, like, yeah, this isn't for me. This isn't my purpose. This isn't my path. This is not something I'm passionate about, and I'm going to go chase what I'm passionate about. So after that, I started gaining my strength back as a person. I started getting my personality back. I started to see at least where I was falling. I got to see the ground. But I was picked up before I hit it. And for that, I am so grateful. And I don't know. I feel like I went in a lot of circles, but hopefully what I said made sense to someone. And I feel like you will never fail unless you give up. I feel like failure isn't failing. I know that sounds very like, girl, what? But I don't think failure is failing. Giving up is failing. When you give up, I don't know, for me, when I almost gave up, that was a very dark place to be. I take pride in taking a chance, taking a risk. If it don't work out, it don't work. I'll try again. But completely giving up is crazy. I would never do that again. Um, even in these, even during that time after I put in my 2 weeks, things just started to happen. But like good and bad. Like say my car would break down, but then someone would be like, hey, I'll pay for new tires. Say my light gets cut off. Hey, I was thinking, why don't I pay your light bill this month? And it's just like, why is it's like every time right now the battle is not mine. And I see that. Like it's a battle between the devil and God himself, who's, even though we all know God's gonna win, but the devil, he at least trying to pinch him a little bit. But it's like every time the devil throws something in my life to try to steer me back to the depression I was in, it's like God comes through, send someone, send something, send anything. And it's like, nope, yeah, she's been through this storm long enough. It's time for her to come out, leave her alone, and let her, get her blessing. And literally since then, like, I'm not going to say everything just changed 180, but I'm so much happier. Like, things in my life are getting better. My relationships with people are getting better. I'm more happy. I'm more myself, I should say. And just to go through that whole journey of this year to get to the conclusion that I am on the right path, it's like so refreshing, which is why I'm pretty happy I didn't cry. Because when I tell you every day, almost every day since March, there has been a tear shed. In December, I'm just grateful. I'm really, really grateful. That's all I am. And I'm just so excited to see what's to come. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's still going to be a couple speed bumps, but I will never have to get on here and give you guys the same story. It could only go up from here. Rock bottom isn't always losing everything for some people. Rock bottom could be completely losing your mind. I don't have to lose everything to lose my mind. I don't have to lose my car, lose my house, be on the street. For me personally, that's not a rock bottom that I have to go through to feel like I hit rock bottom. For me, my mental had hit the floor. When Lotto said put it on the floor, yeah, that's where my mental was. My vision is clear now. My passion is clear. My purpose is clear. Everything is clear. It's up to me to make those things a reality for myself at this point. Something I do want to leave you guys with is, one, never give up on yourself. people, especially in this day and age, social media, people in their opinions on you is crazy. Like, the amount of times I let other people's opinions, other people, like, I don't want them to think, like, I will always tell myself, like, I don't want them to think that I'm a bad person. I don't want to be perceived as this bad person because I'm not. I don't want people to think I'm a bad friend. I don't want people to think that I don't care about them. In reality, I did the best I could. In every situation, I did the best I could. It's not up to me to make people accept me. People are going to have opinions about you. People are going to make up things about you. People are going to have their own perception about you. It's not up to you to try to change that, prove that. It's not up to you. And I had to learn that the hard way. So any video moving forward that I post, if they don't like it, oh fucking well. Oh well. Go watch somebody else. I don't care if I am your sister. I don't care if I'm your daughter. I don't care if you lay next to me in bed at night. If you don't like what I'm posting about, if you don't agree with what I'm posting, if you think it's corny, if you think it's cringy, if you think it's cheesy, oh fucking well. So I want you to always move with that mindset that you are doing this for you and nobody else. If you're doing it for everyone else, you will never succeed. Do it for yourself. Do it because you're passionate about it, and it will work out. I had to break a lot of chains this year. I had to let go of a lot of feelings I had this year. I had to heal a lot this year. And with healing came a very dark space. But I'm happy to be out of it, and I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to feel like myself again. And I'm happy for the journey I'm going on. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, any testimonials, anything you want to share, put them down in the comments. And yeah, let's move forward with Vlogmas, with positivity, longevity, consistency, and happiness. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.